What's up, guys? Guru Gang, peeps, Padawans, welcome back to another edition of Way Back Wisdom Wednesday as I share with you another one of my past yodaisms I wrote back in the day. Now, this particular yodaism that was posted on, let's see, October 22nd, 2007, is a kind of personal one when it comes to matters of my own heart. This was during the days I was still in college, PCC, and I was hanging with a group of, still hanging with a group of friends of what I call the Pinoy Posse, and there was a particular female who, let's just say, call her Miss Pinay, and or Pinay means female, Filipina. And in all honesty, I became infatuated, or I kind of was interested in trying to get to know her, and she got in my head and slowly into my heart. So that's the backstory. And I know there was at some points where I basically wanted to hang out with her. We did hang out at some points. I was with mutual friends, and it was a fun time. And there was a moment where our mutual friends would encourage me to hang out with her and ask her out. But I know there was interest in my part. But when it comes to her, it was unclear as whether or not there was interest on her part. So, long story short, we went our separate ways as she graduated, and I never really saw her from after she graduated, and I just was left with my own thoughts, feelings, and emotions like I said, the maze, or should I say, the maze of my own thoughts, feelings, and emotions, feeling lost, and it ended up. And on a weird twist, my brother was on his Facebook page one time, and he forgot to log out and just go on there and just typed in her name, and found out that and then clicked on her name, and then I found out she got married, and so that's the story of it all. So that's when, and all through it, before that, I was like praying to God, trying to find direction, and somehow my prayers were answered when my brother accidentally left his Facebook open and ran and found her, and just clicked her name and just see how her life was going, and she was married. So I still consider her a friend, and hope she still considers me a friend. So I wish her well on her life and family. So, and I still consider her a friend. So, Miss Pinay, hope you're doing well. And due to that situation regarding her and my feelings and thoughts and emotions all swirling around her, this yodaism came about, and it's entitled The Other Side. So, hope you enjoy. Someone once said the tough thing about following your heart is what people forget to mention is that sometimes your heart takes you to places you shouldn't be. Places that are scary as they are exciting, and as dangerous as they are alluring. Sometimes your heart cannot take you to places that lead to happy endings. That's not even the difficult part. The difficult part is when you follow your heart, you leave normal. You go into the unknown, and once you do, you can never go back. If you think about it, it's tough to follow your heart because you can find yourself metaphorically entering into the oftentimes confusing maze of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions that lead you in so many different directions, inevitably causing you to not only lose your mind, but also become so lost to the point where you're not able to find your way out. Alright, on to the next. As said before, the toughest thing about following your heart is getting lost within the maze of your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions, as it takes you to places within yourself that once you go in, you may not be able to ever come out. For you start out excited and seeing clear as day where you want to be, but when you venture further in, it increasingly grows darker, making it difficult to figure out your surroundings. It can be a scary situation indeed to be in, as you metaphorically stand in darkness within yourself, not knowing which direction to take, leaving you absolutely vulnerable. It's within that vulnerability you begin to experience the one thing that each of us tend to never want to face, and even though you can't see it or touch it, you know it's there, creeping up, over, under, beside, as well as all around you. Fear. Without a doubt, fear is the one thing you never want to come face to face with, in a manner of speaking, as you try to maneuver around a seemingly complicated maze you've built up within yourself. Why? It tends to make you too afraid to move, causing you to keep yourself positioned in one place within yourself that instinctively feels safe to be in, and yet at the same time you want to move forward, knowing full well at some point you're going to have to face the one wall you not only try to avoid, but also greatly fear as well, the wall of rejection. Let me tell you something. No matter how many times you turn a corner hoping to find a way past the wall of rejection, you end up becoming trapped in all four sides, to where the frustration you build up changes to anger, and that anger eventually manifests itself into utter madness, leaving you to hold on to the remaining pieces of your own sanity. Let me ask this question. Whether you're following your heart or personally dealing with issues of a past relationship, are you finding yourself going through your own maze filled with confusing twists and turns, possibly encountering walls along the way? Thinking about it, it's simply amazing how any person can look as if nothing is wrong on the outside, only to find that on the inside, he or she is scrambling back and forth, trying to find their way out. Out in the sense of trying to get back to being normal, or close to normal as one can be, whereby freeing them from not only the emotional pain of having what they're feeling be pulled in all directions, but also from the mental pain of trying to figure out what to do next, which would push anyone to the brink of insanity. Ultimately, you just have to pray to God for help and let Him guide you through it, because if you don't, you'll become forever lost within yourself. And finally, someone said, love's a never-ending maze. Make sure you don't go in the wrong direction. Personally speaking, in the past 2 years, I've been in a funk as I became lost within a dark maze of my own thoughts, feelings, and emotions that I had been holding on to as I was following my heart. You see, it was a woman that had me facing a wall that I was truly afraid of, especially coming from her, and I ended up trapping myself within four walls that I wasn't able to get out of, essentially causing the loss of my sanity. This past month, I finally let it go, and by doing it, I experienced a bright light of calming peace that helped guide me in the right direction to regain my sanity. In the end, it wasn't easy by any means to find my way out, but I did by praying to God for guidance, and in the mortal words of the Doors' late frontman Jim Morrison, I was able to break on through to the other side. And that, my friends, Guru Gang, peeps, Padawans, is the yodaism titled The Other Side. So, thoughts, musings, hey, like it as always, go to the comment section of this particular yodaism and give your thoughts on me comparing my own personal matters of the heart to a maze. I think there are people out there who are personally or have a personal connection to this, as it relates in when it comes to their own love life or relationship or potential relationship or hopeful relationship to a certain someone of interest. Anyways, as always, hit my social media links, and the only one that's really been updated as of late is my Yodaism Blogspot page. My latest Yodaism I posted is speaking my language, so check that out. I'm still working on trying to figure out my next drawing to lock in on. I'm still working on my latest chapter of my Chuck fan fiction. When I finish that up, I'll update you on that one. Check out my Facebook and my Twitter. And with that said, and if you are a returning subscriber, member of my channel, I tip my hat to you. And if you're watching this, for those of you who are watching this for the very first time, hello, how you doing? My name's Dante, or Yoda, Yoda Guru. And if you are interested in subscribing, awesome. I'd like to have you as one of my new members of my Guru Gang peeps or Padawans. So, anyways, with that said, hope you have a good one, guys, and come back for another edition of Way Back Wisdom Wednesday, and as I post another one of my past Yoda that I wrote way back when. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye.